guys, so what I'm going to start doing is videos on any skin questions that you have with your skin, anything at all. I'm an esthetician, so I figured I have my friends ask me all the time what they should be doing with their skin and blah blah blah, and so I figured why not, right? So you can have some real advice from a professional instead of just researching all these things and getting so many different answers. So one of the questions, or the first question that I had, was how to apply moisturizer without looking oily. Well, before you can even start with that, you need to make sure you're actually using the right moisturizer, because just because an ad on TV or an ad in a store, this is perfect for you, blah blah blah, it might not be. Everyone's skin is different. We all have different skin types, different skin conditions, so it's good to be aware of what you are. So the first thing that you should do is figure out your skin type. There are oily, combination, and you can have sensitive is kind of now its own category, because if someone has a really sensitive skin, you can't really treat it as a combination or oily. And then, of course, dry. So, take a magnifying glass or a magnifying mirror and, take a look at your skin. Look at your pores. If you have large pores, the same size throughout the entire face, that generally means that you're an oily skin type. Unless you're much older, you would have been oily when you were younger, but now you just dried out, but you still have, your pores. The most common skin type is going to be combination. That's when you're going to see, larger pores throughout the T-zone, so on your nose, throughout the cheeks, and then they gradually get smaller, almost into nothing. That's combination. And then you have dry, which you never really see the pores at all. There's no oil production. So once you take a look at your skin, and obviously I can't do it for you through the webcam, but once you figure out your skin type, you can go ahead with that, and now you should try to see how your skin feels. Now we need to get into the conditions, because you can't really treat the skin type unless there isn't a lot of issues going on. Usually, you tend to treat the condition going along with the skin type, so you do both at once. So skin conditions could be acne, dehydration, sensitivity. That's a hard topic because rosacea can be a skin type on its own. But if you're a combination skin, you can also be a little bit sensitive too. So take a look at your skin, see what's wrong with it, or, what needs to be fixed. Are you dry in certain areas? Do you have flaky skin places? Do you have acne? Do you have clogged pores? And all of that. So a way to tell if you're dehydrated is to squeeze your forehead together, and if it goes back sort of slow, that's a way to tell if you are. Also, if you bend your nose up like this, it looks really funny, but if you look close in the mirror, it almost looks like snake skin, because you can be oily and also be dehydrated, because dehydrated means that you're lacking moisture in your skin, so water, not oil. It's completely different. Dry means you're lacking oil. So, really take a look at your skin and write it all down. Make a list for yourself, and that way if you do happen to, go to a skin care store or something, you'll have it in hand if you need to ask someone questions that work there. They can help you a lot easier. So now for a moisturizer, in school, in aesthetic school, you learn that for your skin type, you tend to stick with the same cleanser and moisturizer all the time. And then, you switch up everything else, your exfoliant, your toners, your masks, serums, all of that, all the extra stuff. However, that is true. You can definitely do that. Stick to the same cleanser, same moisturizer. But if you're, for example, if you're more of a combination skin, combination skins can be more oily in the summer and then be more dry in the winter. And, that's me. So I'm a combination skin. I get oilier throughout the T-zone in the summer, and then in the winter, it's like I have no oil at all, and I'm just this big parched up mess. And then I'm also sensitive. So that's another, condition. So you have to take a look at your skin. So, for instance, in the summer, I'll use a moisturizer that is oil-free because, I already have plenty of oil pumping out in the summer because typically in the summer your skin produces 15 to 25% more. So, I get an oil-free, lightweight daytime moisturizer for the daytime with an SPF, of course. You always have to wear sunscreen every day no matter what. You're always getting the rays. And then at nighttime, I'll just, I'll wear a lightweight moisturizer. And then in the winter, I'll wear an oil-based moisturizer. So that's a little, it's thicker, it's heavier, because, my skin needs that for the winter time, especially in New England, with the weather, our skin gets really dehydrated. So the most important part is to figure out, what your skin is, the conditions, and what you need. And then you can go on and find something that's for you. Excuse me. So yeah, if you tend to be an oilier, if you're more oily, I would go for an oil-free moisturizer, water-based. You definitely don't want it oil-based, or you'll be feeling like you're putting petroleum all over your face. And an average size amount of moisturizer is probably like the size of a chickpea or a pistachio, or like a size of a penny. And if that doesn't work for you, if you find this really good moisturizer but you're still seeing some shininess in the T-zone, because that's where most of the oil production would come from anyway, then you should think about getting like a mattifier for the daytime to put underneath your moisturizer, and you would only put that in areas that seem more oily. Like for me, it's my nose, so I'll put a mattifier underneath my moisturizer to stop that oil production. Well, not stop it completely, but control it better, so it's not like pooling oil out all day. So, and you can find things like that. If anyone knows, me and my skincare, I'm a huge Dermalogica freak. Love Dermalogica. You can go on Amazon and get this a lot cheaper. So, but that is a professional brand type product. I mean, I'll talk about a drugstore product that I like too, and I'll get into that too. But for someone, if you're looking for a moisturizer, because the question was without looking oily, Dermalogica has oil-free matte. It's a broad spectrum SPF 30 oil-free matte. It's a moisturizer and an SPF in one, which is awesome because sometimes you can't. I mean, more likely now because sun, talk about sun damage and whatnot is actually more popular now. People are finally getting the message. But before it was just like you could just get a moisturizer, but now this is both. So that's an easy step in one, and plus, it's oil-free, it's water-based, and, it's perfect for people with a little bit of sensitivity too that also have the oil, because sometimes if you have an oilier skin and they're sensitive, they can't use some of the oil, for controlling oil products because it's too, sometimes they're actually over drying because some of the products have like salicylic acid in them and stuff like that. But this is really great for someone who is sensitive too. So that's from Dermalogica. They sell it on Amazon for a little bit cheaper actually, but then you have to pay for shipping, so it's up to you. And then I was also talking about, a primer to, like a mattifier to control the oil. They have one, it's called Clearing Mattifier. And this actually has 2% salicylic acid in it, so throughout the day, as it's controlling the oil flow, it actually is cleaning out the pores as well. So, because salicylic will go into the pore and help clean it out. So if you have like blackheads and stuff, this is amazing. Definitely, if you're not going to go for, the SPF or whatever, this is like, will be your best friend under any moisturizer, pair it, whatever. So, that goes for professional products. Now, for drugstore products, because I know they're a little bit cheaper, but you also have to remember that this is your skin that we're talking about. If anything you should be spending, money on is really good skincare, because most of the times when you go to drugstores and you get their products, there's a lot of preservatives in there, and they can lie about, if it's under 1%, they can put it in any order they want. And what happens with ingredients is the first 5 are the most abundant in a product. Now, if it's under 1%, which a lot of the drugstores, all the ingredients are mostly under 1% because half of it's made up of water and then the rest is just like preservatives, and you get like this tiny bit of whatever they were talking about, to make your skin awesome. So it's really a lot of hype, but just to keep it on the shelves for a long period of time. So actually, in the long run, sometimes drugstore products, you end up hurting your skin more. And there's a lot more ingredients in drugstore products because of that. So you're more likely to get an allergic reaction or, have something happen to your skin in a bad way. So that's another thing. However, I did find a drugstore product that I actually really liked. There are a couple that I don't mind. Trust me. I've done the research and used a lot of them, but one of them that I did come across that I was actually using while in aesthetic school is called Alba, A-L-B-A, and I believe you can get it at Whole Foods, you can get it at Ulta stores. Those are kind of like Sephora's. They're becoming a big thing now. I think you can get them at drugstores, but I think they're cheaper at like Ulta, and you can also get them on Amazon, and you can also go on their website, Alba, and buy offline, and they're actually like really good priced, and they're awesome. They really are. They're really good. They're 100% vegetarian products, no animal testing, no parabens, no sulfates. They're really, really, I like them. I do. I really do. So one of the oil-free moisturizers that I, researched with them, it's called Natural Hawaiian Oil-Free Moisturizer. It comes in a little tub. That doesn't have an SPF, so you would have to go on and look at their sunscreens, some of their oil-free sunscreens, and you can just add a little bit in your moisturizer every day and just apply it. So then you have your moisturizer and SPF. It may take the SPF down a couple points because when you, mix it with something, it tends to do that. But not a big deal. At least you're wearing it. Bravo for that. And they also have a oil control lotion with 2% salicylic in it, like the clearing mattifier. I've never tried it, so I can't say, but I read a lot of good reviews on it, and I did look at the ingredients, and I was very happy with what I saw. It's called Acne Dote Oil Control Lotion. So if you go on the website, everything is on there. You can go up to skin and it'll say, what's your concern, and you can go ahead and look up your skin. So it's really great. So Alba, A-L-B-A, is something an alternative that you could look into. So that pretty much covers it. I hope that I answered that question pretty well. I feel like I've been talking for a while, but skin is very complicated. It's a huge organ, and we have to take care of it, and that's that. So, and I think as time goes on, people are starting to realize how important their skin actually is, and that they should be taking care of it. You should be using good things at home. You really should. It's the most important thing. It's like going to the dentist but not brushing your teeth. You really should be, overall cleaning your skin, cleansing at least twice a day, morning and night, getting all that dirt and, dead cells off. So, but if you're just using a moisturizer at home, definitely it's time to upgrade your regimen. You should be cleansing, you should be exfoliating, not every day, depending on the exfoliant. If it's a scrub, 2 to 3 times a week. but I can get more into that if you guys have questions about stuff like that. Because if you just have a moisturizer and you're just using a moisturizer, excuse me, and you're just using a moisturizer, the thing is you have all that dirt and sweat and dead cell buildup on your skin. Jeez. I'm losing my voice because I'm talking so freaking much. No, yeah, so you have all this buildup of dead cell and dirt and sweat on your skin. So what are you doing? You're just moisturizing your dead cells and dead, disgusting sweat and dirt. That's all you're moisturizing. So you're really wasting your money on that point. Why moisturize at all? If you're not going to do the whole rest of it, because you're not benefiting your skin at all. You're just moisturizing your dead skin and dirt. So, yeah, especially if you wear makeup. So I hope that answered the question, and I hope that you guys, I would like to hear a lot of feedback and, hey, criticism, whatever. I'm not too good at making these videos, but, I love skincare, and it's my career, and so if you have any questions for me, please ask, and I will definitely make a video and try to recommend products. I use mostly Dermalogica. I'm certified with PCA, so I do know PCA, but those are all like mid-level grade products. I don't do a lot of drugstore because I don't really believe in a lot of drugstore products personally, but Alba is a really good one, and I don't mind Neutrogena too much. There's a few products that I like from them, and I do research, so if you ever have a question on a drugstore product, I will do the research and I'll answer that question for you too. So that concludes it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please do leave comments, and have a great day. Bye.